Hello everyone! Welcome to another alluring and joyous discussion as we go in a profound manner of today's lesson. Are you excited to learn another endeavor? With that, take part, engage, and let's explore this lesson 3 of module 2, deliberating about the origin and types of photography. To begin with the reading of our objective, at the end of this lesson, you are able to explain the origin and types of photography. Second one is to exemplify appreciation towards the meaning behind every captured photos. And last is to demonstrate skills in photography through photo scavenger hunt in capturing various images. Without further ado, let's have an activity entitled Photo Scavenger Hunt. In this activity, you are going to take or capture photos using your own mobile phones. I will present list of subjects or themes you should take picture with. For example, flowers, foods, or even animals. Now, based on your captured photos, choose 2 of your favorite images and explain what is the meaning of it. Are we clear? Very good. Based on our activity, do all the pictures convey the same meaning? How can you say so? Another question is, how do you create meanings based on your captured photos? Very good. Another question is it convenient to use your mobile phones in capturing the photos? Yes. And lastly is why capturing photo is important. Yes, definitely. We create meanings based on our life. We connect to it because of our experiences, our daily experiences, in which we create in-depth meanings that makes this picture a meaningful one. Before we proceed to our principal topic, let me ask you a question, a probing question. Do you often capture photos using your smartphones? And why it is important? Yes, indeed. Photographs and capturing images really means to us as human. It alters a vital role in everyone's life. They connect to us, to our past. They remind us to our people, to other people, places, feelings, and stories. It allows us to record life's greatest moments and even commemorate our loved ones. Anyways, let's take a look with this quotation. Photography is the beauty of life by Tara Shishom. Can you give an insight or conception based on this quotation? You know, there's something magical about being able to capture and re-examine life's big and small moments. So it's no surprise that many people take up photography as a hobby at some point of lives. However, only dedicated photographers really understand how powerful the art is. When used effectively, it can tell in-depth stories involving landscapes, people, and events. That really means that photography transcends the beauty of life. Now, our topic for today is all about origins and types of photography. The origin of photography, perhaps way back 1826 when it was invented by Nicephorus and taking the first photograph. The word photography came from the Greek word phos, which means light, and graphy, which means drawing or writing. Therefore, photography literally means drawing with light, that was coined by a British scientist, Sir John Herschel, in 1939. Now, in the world of photography, it involves two major sciences which lead to the invention of technology, or what we call photography. The first science is optics, which converge the light rays to form an image, and chemistry that enables an image to capture and record permanently onto a photosensitive surface. And did you know what is the first photograph? The first photograph is called the view from the window at Le Gras, that was captured by Nicephornis in a commune in France called the Saint Loup de Bernil, somewhere between 1826 and 1827. Are there any questions or queries? If none, so let's proceed in the types of photography. Basically, there are 13 types of photography. First one is aerial photography. Aerial photography refers to taking of photographs of the ground from an elevated, high, or above position. It is acquired through the use of a specialized camera mounted such as fixed wing aircraft, helicopters, drones, balloons, kites, and even parachutes, and etc. This type of photography used in cartography, land use planning, archaeology, movie production, environmental studies, espionage, commercial advertising, conveyancing, and other fields. Example of aerial photography is Icy Cityscape by Ronnie Yip's Skyscraper Shot, and Botswana by Zach Sackler. Another type of photography is called astrophotography. This photography is known as astronomical imaging that focus entirely in taking images from the space. This type of photography could vary from the planets to the stars or any other exciting configuration and celestial bodies. The first photograph that was taken in an astronomical object is the moon, that was taken in 1840. Example of this type of photograph is the Gum 12 by Eddie Trimarich and Deep in the Heart of the Murder by Andrew Campbell. Third type of photography is called commercial photography. It is a photographic work done for commercial purposes such as corporate brochure and leaflets, menus in cafes and restaurants, magazine advertising, and product placement. It is used to sell or promote a product or service, or otherwise support a business or an organization in making more money, which can refer to product photography, lifestyle photography, and even in fashion photography depending on the client and the product or service being sold. Examples of commercial photography is Mercedes-Benz by Sari Ivan Staden and J-Dub's Poolside Splash by Little Side Photography.
What is fine art photography? Fine art photography is photography created in line with the vision of the photographers as artists, using photography as a medium for creative expression. Fine art photography, on the other hand, is first and foremost about the artist. It is not about capturing what the camera sees. It is about capturing what artist sees. In fine art photography, camera is an important tool. The goal of fine art photography is to express an idea, a message, or an emotion. Next is forensic photography. It is refers to as crime scene photography. It is an activity that records the initial appearance of the crime scene and physical evidence in order to prove a permanent record of the court. When we say forensic photography, it includes methods of photographing the scenes of a crimes. Example of forensic photography is researches, investigation, experimentation, living person, documents, weapons used in crimes, trace of substances, and similar evidence. Next is headshot photography. Headshot photography is a professional made photograph of a person's face. Headshot photography is a tightly cropped photo of a face from the shoulder up. When we say headshot photography, it is focuses into the face of a person. Headshot photography is used for professional and business purposes. Example of headshot photography is profile. So that the quality of the photograph is most important. Next is macro photography. Macro photography is extreme close-up photography, usually of a very small subject and living organism like insect, in which the size of the subject in the photograph is greater than life size. When we say macro photography, it is commonly defined as close-up photography of the tiny insect or object with image that result in the subject being life-size or larger.
The other types of photography is a nature photography. Nature photography is a wide range of photography taken outdoors and devoted to displaying natural elements such as landscape, wildlife, plants, and close-up textures. And the characteristic of nature's photography, we should take a photo, will compose, focus, tack sharp, and have a vivid colors. Use of polarizing neutral density gradients filters. Nature photography helps to raise the profile of our planet and our environment. It allows people to experience things they may not see themselves, and therefore encourages them to take care about its preservation and to raise awareness of the natural world and work to promote conservation. Nude photography is a genre of fine photography which depicts the nude human body. Nude photography is undertaken for a variety of purposes, including educational uses, commercial application, and artistic creations. Nude photography doesn't have to be fully nude. The subtle suggestion of nudity can be as powerful as overt nakedness depending on your concept. Portrait photography is a type of photography aimed toward capturing the personality of a person or group of people by using lighting, backdrops, and poses. Frequently, portraits are the commission for special occasions such as wedding ceremony, school events, or commercial purposes. The types of portraits photography are traditional portraits, candid portraits, lifestyle portraits, glamour portraits, conceptual portraits, self-portraits, close-up portraits, group portraits. Other types of photography is still life photography. It's a genre of photography used for the depiction of inanimate subject matter, typically a small group of objects. For example, fruits, group of toys. And similar to the still life painting, it is the application of photography to the still artistic style. The importance of still life is the meaning of color, objects, and why object has been included to the picture and the purposes of the object. Street photography, also sometimes called candid photography. It is a photography conducted for art or inquiry that features unmediated chance encounters and random incidents within public places. This type of photography is permitted in the US under the legal premise established by the Supreme Court that there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in public place. Therefore, the people of US can be photographed or recorded many times a day by surveillance equipment, police body cams, and anyone else with a camera. Travel photography is a genre of photography that may involve the documentation of an area's landscape, people, culture, costumes, and history. The advantages of travel photography is the joy of exploration, and you will learn to practice simplicity. You will meet other travel photographers. A world of culinary experience await you. You will have little places of home. You will broaden your mind. You will cultivate your creativity. And lastly, you will enhance your sense of confidence.
Are there any questions or queries? If none, it's time to assess your understanding based on our discussion. In this lesson, you are going to take a quiz which consists of two tests: identification and enumeration tests. I will give you 3 minutes to take this quiz. Are we clear? Job well done. At this juncture, did you understand our topic for today? Did you learn something? And did you find it exciting and interesting? Very good. I hope this topic will inculcate to your mind that in the world of photography captures the beauty of life. Godspeed and thank you.